Let me be honest. My mornings used to start with a tired sigh, a heavy heart, and the dread of facing the day. It was a constant cycle of fatigue and frustration, and a glance in the mirror that made me want to crawl back into bed, pull the covers over my head, and disappear from the world. The reflection staring back was never a welcome sight. My skin looked dull, lifeless, almost as if it were mirroring my inner exhaustion. It lacked any vibrancy or natural radiance, and no amount of makeup could hide it. I'd pile on concealer, foundation, and blush, hoping to mask the underlying issues, but it was always a losing battle. It wasn't just about looks, it was a deeper issue. My energy was gone, and I felt it deep down in every fiber of my being. I was constantly drained, both physically and mentally. I tried every cream and serum, the latest miracle products promising to rejuvenate and revitalize. But nothing worked because the problem wasn't on the surface. It was much more profound than that. I was treating the symptoms, not the cause. My body was running on empty, completely depleted of the fuel it needed to function properly, and my skin showed it, reflecting the internal struggle I was facing every single day. I was so focused on fixing the outside, on achieving that flawless complexion I saw in magazines, I ignored what I was putting inside, the very fuel that was supposed to nourish and sustain me. That dull reflection was my body's SOS, a desperate cry for help that I was failing to recognize. But I kept covering it up instead of solving it, masking the symptoms instead of addressing the root cause. Every day felt like a struggle, a monumental effort just to get through the motions. Getting out of bed was a chore, a Herculean task that required every ounce of willpower I could muster. And making it through the afternoon felt impossible, like running a marathon with no end in sight. I'd see people with that healthy glow, that radiant complexion that seemed to emanate from within, and wonder what their secret was, what magical elixir they were drinking to achieve such vitality. Was it a product? Some high-end cream or serum I hadn't yet discovered? A facialist? A series of expensive treatments at a fancy spa? I never thought it might be what they were eating, the simple act of nourishing their bodies with wholesome, natural foods. The connection between food and how we look and feel, the profound impact of nutrition on our overall well-being, seems obvious now, like a fundamental truth I should have grasped long ago. But back then, I was totally in the dark, completely oblivious to the power of food to transform my health and appearance. I was stumbling through my days, feeling gray and groggy, like a character in a black-and-white movie, not realizing my diet was at the root of it all. The silent culprit behind my fatigue and lackluster complexion. That was my reality, a constant state of exhaustion and disappointment, reflected back at me in the mirror each morning. Until everything changed, until I finally woke up and realized I had the power to transform my life from the inside out. My daily menu? Pure convenience. Sugary bars for breakfast, takeout for lunch, and delivery for dinner. I started my day with sugar and carbs, crashed by mid-morning, and repeated the cycle. Lunch was always something greasy or heavy, leaving me bloated and sleepy. By dinner, I was too tired to cook, so more takeout it was. Veggies were just a garnish. My body was starving for real nutrients, but I ignored it. Water? Barely. Coffee and soda were my go-tos. Looking back, I was a dehydrated, poorly fueled machine expected to run all day. No wonder I felt and looked so drained. My diet wasn't just uninspired. It was actively working against me. I was the head chef of my own energy crisis. The turning point came during a casual coffee date with a friend, a moment that shifted my perspective entirely. Well, herbal tea for her at least. I was probably on my third cup of coffee that day. I launched into my usual complaints about feeling constantly tired and noticing my skin looking increasingly dull and lifeless. I was fully expecting a product recommendation, maybe a new serum or a fancy face mask she had been raving about. Instead, with a thoughtful look, she simply said, "What if you tried eating the rainbow for a week?" At first, I laughed, maybe even rolled my eyes a little. Eat the rainbow? Really? It sounded like something out of a children's book. But she patiently explained that the idea was to focus on adding color to my plate. Vibrant reds like tomatoes, bright oranges like carrots, leafy greens like spinach, and deep blues like blueberries. And the key was, it wasn't about restriction or deprivation. The more color you incorporate, the more diverse range of nutrients and life-giving energy you're putting back into your body. It wasn't about following a strict diet. It was about consciously adding vibrancy and vitality to my meals. That simple yet profound idea really stuck with me. For the first time in a long time, the prospect of changing my eating habits actually sounded fun and exciting, rather than a form of punishment or deprivation. That night, I made a conscious decision to skip my usual takeout order, and instead, I headed straight to the produce aisle of my local grocery store, seeing the vibrant array of fruits and vegetables as a painter's palette, full of possibilities. I grabbed a variety of colorful veggies and fruit, genuinely excited to experiment and try something new in the kitchen. Food began to transform in my mind, becoming fuel for my body and mind, not just a quick and fleeting fix for hunger. That seemingly simple piece of advice unlocked a door to a whole new world that I didn't even know existed within me. It marked the very beginning of my journey, a transformation from feeling blah and lifeless to truly vibrant and alive. With my new Eat the Rainbow mantra, my kitchen transformed. I started with easy changes. Smoothies for breakfast, packed with spinach, berries, and banana. No more sugar crashes, I felt full and energized. Lunches became colorful salads in mason jars, layered with veggies, protein, and greens. I prepped roasted veggies and quinoa on Sundays, making healthy choices easy. Reading labels opened my eyes to hidden sugars, so I made simple dressings at home. Roasting veggies became my go-to, delicious, colorful, and satisfying. Water became a priority, with lemon or mint for fun. My skin looked plumper and headaches faded. My kitchen, once avoided, became my happy place for experimenting with flavors and colors. Real food made me feel, and look, so much better. The change was real and it was delicious. Let's be real, there were tough days. Cravings for old comfort foods hit hard, especially when stressed or tired. I learned to outsmart cravings with healthy swaps. Crispy chickpeas instead of chips, Greek yogurt with berries for something sweet. It wasn't about deprivation, but smart substitutions. I also made sure not to get too hungry. Snacks like almonds or apples kept me on track. Planning ahead was key. It's like having a fire extinguisher for cravings. And sometimes, I just let myself enjoy a treat without guilt. Progress, not perfection, became my motto. One indulgence didn't ruin everything. I just got back on track. The real win was learning to forgive myself and keep moving forward. Consistency mattered more than being perfect. That's how I stuck with it, even on the hardest days. After a few weeks of eating vibrant, colorful foods, the changes were undeniable. My skin looked clearer, brighter, and had a real healthy glow. Compliments started rolling in coworkers. Friends, even my mom, noticed. But the best part was how I felt inside. My confidence soared. My energy skyrocketed, the afternoon slump disappeared. I had the drive to cook, go for walks, and actually enjoy my days. I was sleeping better and waking up refreshed. I wasn't just surviving, I was thriving. This transformation spilled into every part of my life, work, relationships, and my outlook. It wasn't just about skin, it was about reclaiming my vitality. The glow was a bonus, the real reward was feeling alive again. Nourishing myself from the inside truly showed on the outside. I finally felt like the best version of me. Ready to start your own journey? A journey towards a healthier, more vibrant you? To glowing skin and vibrant energy? It's time to unlock your inner radiance and feel amazing from the inside out. It's easier than you think. You don't need drastic measures, just simple, sustainable shifts. First, drink a big glass of water. Make it the first thing you do each morning. Hydration is the simplest beauty hack. It plumps the skin, boosts energy, and aids digestion. Make it a habit to carry water with you everywhere. Keep a reusable bottle handy, at your desk, in your car, wherever you go. Next, try the Eat the Rainbow challenge. Embrace the vibrant colors of nature's bounty. Add just one more color to your next meal. Think a handful of berries, a sprinkle of herbs, or a colorful bell pepper. It's not about taking away, but adding goodness. Focus on nourishing your body with wholesome, delicious foods. Make one healthy swap this week. Choose a simple substitution that you can easily maintain. Sparkling water instead of soda, a refreshing and guilt-free alternative. Almonds instead of chips, a crunchy, satisfying, and nutrient-packed snack. Small changes add up over time. Consistency is key to lasting transformation. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. That's a recipe for overwhelm and burnout. Just pick one thing and stick with it. Focus your energy on mastering one new habit at a time. Once it's a habit, add another. Build upon your successes, creating a snowball effect of positive change. Remember, this is your story, your unique path to wellness. Your journey starts with a single choice, one small step in the right direction. Food is a powerful tool for transformation. It can heal, nourish, and revitalize your body and mind. Get in your kitchen, have fun, experiment with new flavors and ingredients, and add some color to your life. Fill your plate with vibrant fruits, vegetables, and whole foods. Your 7-minute food story starts now. Are you ready to begin? And it's going to be delicious. Get ready to savor the flavors of a healthier, happier you.